Honda Civic 2016. Customer called me, no start. The car doesn't start. So anytime I try to apply the brake, so I apply the brake and press the key button, it doesn't start, then it goes off. So I apply the brake again, press the key button, and it goes off. Now it's on, my leg is on the brake, but the brake light too is not working. And the issue at hand is, you see this light, brake system, the brake system over there, that's the issue. And brake system problem. So that's the issue at hand now. So now I want the customer called me to come and diagnose the car and fix the issue. So I'll hook up my 8DX, the Honda diagnosing software itself, and diagnose the vehicle and know the fault code. So I'll connect my Mazis VCI to my laptop, and go into the software, the ADMI software. There is it. So this is the software. So I'll go to diagnose. I'll select the car. Yes. Then wait for it to read the system. Then I have to write the number here. So click. Then write any 6-digit number I want to 00. Just left it 21. Then enter. Diagnose. So now I'm in the system. So I'll just go to scan all so that I'll diagnose the full system. So turn the ignition off. Then the software will ask you to turn it back on. So I'll turn the ignition back on. So now the ignition is back on. So it will diagnose the whole system for you. Every module in the system, it will diagnose it step by step. So I'll wait for it to finish diagnosing, and this is what pops up. So because of the brake system fault, it pop up all sort of things. So now the report is out, the diagnosing report is out, and it gives me this fault code. This is the fault code it gives me, and these are the possible faults. So brake lamp switch, that's the brake switch, then the brake lamp relay, then the ABS control unit itself. Then it states here that lost communication system malfunction. That means the VCA malfunction. So these are the only fault code in the system. These are the only fault code in the system. So now I have to check. So with this one, if I want to enter into the system, see that I double click it or use this icon to enter into the system. Then I go to DTC. And it pop up again. So it pop up again, gives me the DTC. Then I erase the DTC. Yes. Turn engine off. It's off. So it tells me to turn it on. Turn it on again. Another one. Then the software starts to read. So that's been successful. Okay, so now there's no DTC. So I'll exit from here and go to data list. So in my data list, you see the brake switch. So the brake switch is off. Even when I apply the brakes, still it is off. And the brake light too is not coming. It's not popping up. So even when I apply the brake, it's still off. You see, when I apply the brake, it's still off here. So that means the car is not sensing anything that the brake has been applied. That's why it can't start. And these cars are fully electronics. So first thing first, I have to check all my fuses and see which of the fuse is bad. So turn the ignition on. Then the ignition is on. Then I have to check all my fuses. So now the ignition is on. So I come to the fuse box to check the fuses. So I pick up the fuse box and I check. This is the front, so this is how it faced. And I'm searching for light, brake or stop light. So where is the stop light? Washer, stop light. So this is stop light at fuse 9. That's 10 amps. So I have to go direct to, and this is the fuse. That's where the fuse 9 is. So I have to start testing. And there is a cordless test. So I have to test. So test fuse 9 and nothing. Test fuse 9. Test and nothing. So I'll change the fuse. They have a reserve fuse. In the fuse box. So I'll pick one out. I'll take out the bad fuse and pick out this one. So I'll insert it in. I'll insert it into fuse 9. I'll insert it into fuse 9. Then place this thing back. I'll insert it into fuse 9 and place everything back. And now test the fuse again. test and every now the fuse is working. Test and it's working. So now I have to close the fuse. And first the brake light wasn't coming on when even you step on the brake. So now that I'm in the car, anti-lock brake system fault. So you see the brake light is coming. So now I'll check my sensor. I'll check my sensor. So let's go back to the ADS. So you see when I apply the brake, my leg is on the brake, it's green now. When I release my leg, it goes red. When I apply the brake, it's green now. When I take my leg off, it goes off. So now let's hope. Let me start the car. Oh, the battery is down. Yeah, the battery is down. So I think I'll jump start the vehicle. But now the brake switch is working. So I'll jump start the vehicle for a while. Thank you for watching. So now the problem is solved. So I'll erase all fault code. So now I'll go back DTC and see. So this is the new DTC because of what I did, the fuse that I took out. So this is the issue I'm getting. So no, cancel. Volt. Oh, okay, yeah, the battery is low. So go back. And now I have to check the whole system again and see if everything is okay. Now the car is running. I'm not going to turn the engine off because I jump started it. So I'll allow it to run for a while. No. But now the car is running. So I have to let it run for a while. It's running and I can't turn the engine off. Yeah. Can't turn it off. So this one I'll use my Mazda 6 to do the diagnosing and check if there is any fault code in the system again. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. The Mazda 6 to do the diagnosing. Battery voltage is 14, so it's charging. In US, yes. Then I scan the whole system and make sure the vehicle is okay. So diagnosing, auto diagnose, all system, yes, okay, yeah. So if there is any issue, then I have to erase it. And I think the fault code that it's recorded will be because of the low battery. Yeah, so I'll go to quick report, check the report and see the fault code. Yeah, power supply failure to the ECU low, yeah, ECU malfunction. Then I'll erase all the fault code. So now there is no issue with the vehicle and now the vehicle can start. So read live data. That's the RPM, that's the voltage, the battery voltage. Read the fault code and go back, erase. Yeah, so these are the possible reasons why the fault code can't go. So thanks for watching. I'm done with the diagnosing. So maybe if I shut off the engine, I can start it again because the guy who jammed it for me has gone. So thanks.